Hey there! Today we're going to be talking about this pen. This was sent to me by Limited Pens Korea, and it is a Leonardo Momento Zero Grande, which is made specifically for this company, and is limited to 100 pieces. And it has a very attractive resin made by Jonathan Brooks. Acrylic. Material. We're going to talk about the pen. I'll cover the parts of the pen. I will do a writing sample. I will tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. Let's get started. Okay, here we have the pen next to a Pilot Metropolitan. I've been informed that these pens will come in the standard Leonardo Momento Zero box, which is accompanied by a bottle of ink. I did not get the box simply because the whole boxes were not done yet. So this was sent to me as a review product. So I can't show you that, but I have reviewed the Momento Zero Grande, what was it called? Girosole or something. Go to my website, look the index, you will find reviews and you can see a similar type box if you want to see that. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit and then let's see what we can do with the pen. So the parts of the pen, on top you have a finial, same material as the rest of the cap. All the trims on the pen are rose gold, which I think is nice. The dark blue and the rose gold, in my mind, work quite well together. You have the clip, which is nice and springy and has the little wheel the Delta uses, which is a nice vintage look. And then you have this center band, which has a very nice pattern to it, which I really quite like. Okay, then we have the barrel. It tapers down. There is a rose gold ring there and one there. This is the piston turning knob. I'm not going to use that right now because there's ink in the pen. And then the only engraving that I could find, and it even took me a little while to find that one, is right on top there, which just says Leonardo and Italy. So that's pretty much it. I was unable to find, and maybe I just haven't seen it, but I mean, even this engraving is hard to see unless the light strikes it the right way. I've been unable to find a number engraving. Having said that, it is a limited edition pen. There are 100 of these. The retail price is $595 US, which does come with international free shipping. The intended launch date is about January-February 2022, and the material is made by Jonathan Brooks from the Carolina Pen Company in Cenote. I tried to look it up. Cenote, I hope I get that right. It's type of sinkhole. Very nice blue, which is ever so slightly translucent. I don't know how well you can see that, but it is ever so slightly. Not enough for me to see the ink level, but that's an issue I'll come back to. Here we have another, as I said, rose gold ring, threads, and then the taper down section, which the first time I saw on a Leonardo, I wasn't sure how comfortable I would find it, but I have found these pens to be very comfortable, both the Grande and the regular models. I find this quite comfortable. Another rose gold ring there, rose gold number 6 nib with the Leonardo Italy laser engraved, and it is 14K, in this case a medium nib with an ebonite feed. Okay, let's see how the pen writes. I'll zoom out a little bit. So this is the Limited Pens Korea. Leonardo, and just to save space, I'm going to put in MZG from Momento Zero Grande. This is a 14K medium nib, and the ink is the Leonardo Blue, which I have grown very fond of. I also thought that was a nice match for the pen, but it's a very nice dark blue with nice shading and just a little bit of a red sheen to it. I have had absolutely no issues with this nib. No startup issues, no skipping, different kinds of paper, nothing. It is a medium nib. I suppose medium is a nice change from my usual broad nibs because a little less tipping material, and as a result less to over polish. So no skipping whatsoever, which I thought was very pleasant. Now before I get into this discussion, so I'm not saying that all broad nibs will skip. They're just a little bit more prone to skipping. Okay, fast writing works fine, no skips, nothing. As I said, nicely tuned, nice, not too wet, not too dry, very good in my mind. Okay, it is a round nib, line variation, as always, very careful, it's not a flex nib, but if you feel so inclined, you could try to squeeze out a little bit of line variation. Again, the nib is not marketed as a flex nib, so do this at your own risk. Okay, reverse writing, for those who enjoy such a thing. It's possible. It takes the nib, I would say, from a good medium to definitely, I wouldn't even call that a fine, but probably an extra fine. It is possible. Gets a bit more scratchy, but it is possible. That's it. Why don't we talk about likes and dislikes? What do I like? What do I not like about this pen? There are a couple of things that I really like. I find it a very nice size, but I've always liked the Momento Zero Grande in size. I think it's a very comfortable pen, definitely bigger than the Momento Zero, obviously. I find the section to be very comfortable, and I really enjoy writing with this pen, I found, which is always a very good thing. The section I've commented on before, it's not for everyone, and the first time I saw it I also thought, I don't know if that's very comfortable. I myself find it very comfortable. The pen has a lot going for it. There's a gold nib, there is an ebonite feed, it's a piston-filled system which holds a lot of ink. I measured it, not very accurately, it was just in a little sample vial, but it looked like it was about 1.2 milliliters of ink, which is a nice amount of ink. And I really was struck by the nib. It's a very pleasant, very smooth writer, 14 karat rose gold nib in medium, very pleasant, out of the box, wrote beautifully. Nice ebonite feed, that's always nice. It is number 6 size, just for the record, but very pleasant, very nice writer, and I really enjoyed using this pen. And I think if it's hard to put down a pen, that's always a very good sign, and that means that the pen maker's onto something, right? Having said that, things I don't like so much, there aren't that many things I don't like. The pen costs $595 US, which is by no means cheap, but you do get a limited edition, you get a piston-filled pen, you get a gold nibbed pen in a special material that was made for this pen, right? This run of pens. I think that's very nice. And you get free shipping through DHL worldwide, so that's included in the price. Given all that, I think it's a fairly priced pen, again, especially given that it is a limited edition, it is the Grande model, etc. As to the pen itself, one practical thing I would say is there is no ink window, right? So with pens like this, with piston-filled pens, you simply have no idea how much ink you have left, and that's always that can be a bit of a hassle. There's simply no way, there's no way you cannot open the section, you can't do anything. So I will say this material, and it's hard to show that because of where the light's coming from, but if you hold it up to the light, it is a bit translucent. Now for me, I'm just trying to see if I can see an ink level. I don't think I actually can, because I think I'm looking at the wrong part of the pen. So anyway, it doesn't matter. You don't really have a way of telling how much ink you have left, and that can be a bit of a hassle. Having said that, that's really what I have. Beyond that, given how it writes, given how it performs, given how comfortable I find it, I don't really have any issues with the pen. So that's it. A very kind thank you for sending me this pen. I really appreciate it. It is a lovely pen. That's all there's to it. I hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.